What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on the keys, and it's too easier to do today. And we got some more Al Murray. This is Nations of the World. Hopefully, I get some of these references because sometimes he has a thick accent, and then sometimes he makes references to English areas that I'm not familiar with. So, hopefully, I get some of these references. But without further ado, let us proceed.
We were gods! And there she is at the top, in the middle of the map. Great Britain. Doesn't get any better than that. She's beautiful, isn't she? Hey, the only actually sexually attractive country on the map. Hey, here, Ludwig, one look at her. Hey, she's beautiful, isn't she, mate? Hey, I could see why you lot wanted her so much. Now, the point is... And Great Britain is, of course, the centre of the earth. That's a scientific fact. It cannot be argued with. Straight through Great Britain runs the North Line of Longitude. Great Britain is scientifically, technically, provably the centre of the earth. Yeah? Yeah? Because of the North Line of Longitude. All right? We put the line there, but it still stands. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that we, the British, us in here, we're in charge of what time is all over the world. It's fucking beautiful, isn't it? It means the Germans don't sit down for their lunch until we say it's 1 o'clock. Oh, yeah.
I like that
one. And we wrote a book, we did, and we wrote it in English, the finest language in the world, in fact, the finest language in the universe, a language even spoken in space, as any fan of Star Trek will tell you. A language even Americans can handle with some degree of skill, though your boss needs a few lessons, mate. Now, you look at it. Axel of Elvis, what's he on about? You look at this. Which is beautiful. I mean, we invented work. We, the British, invented work. That is a fact. Yeah, we've done everything. We invented work. We had a revolution, industrial revolution, invented work. The French didn't. They had a French revolution when they invented being French. As a result, a lot of dead French people. Progress. The Russians... Ask any historian. The Russians, they had a similar revolution outcome. Yeah, we didn't bother with that. Yeah, we had the Industrial Revolution where we invented work. At the end of it, everyone had shoes, a knife and a fork, and a giant fucking metal ship each. You can't argue that. That's why we, the British, are currently entitled to have our feet up and have whatever we want made by a Malaysian 4-year-old for £1. You and I earned that. We should make the most of it. Now...
Yo, the Nike, like the sweatshop Nike jokes are so crazy, and the fact that's really even happening. Like, oh, it's made in China. Yeah, by like a 6-year-old kid who's working 18 hours a day and gets no breaks. Like, you've seen the things about they have the suicide nets on the factories because the conditions are so bad that people literally want to jump off the roof, jump out of the window and commit suicide, but they literally have a net to catch you. It's like, hey, I know you wanted to kill yourself, but hey, go back to work. That's so crazy.
Yeah, and it's a broad church, Great Britain. We've got the Scots, we've got the Jocks, of course, and I love you, Jocks. You're beautiful people. Yeah, I love you. You're beautiful. You Jocks, you like to say, don't you, Paul? You like to say, the Battle of Bannockburn. Nay, nay, the Battle of Bannockburn. Nay, when the field ran red with English blood, when Robert the Bruce told the English indeed, always and he would never forget. Fair play. Got to give it to you on that one. You want it fair and square. But you say Bannockburn, I say Culloden, because it's not the heats that count, is it, mate? It's the final. As far as I remember, you lot have never actually been in the final, have you? Now, look at this. Look at this. Our Celtic brethren, the Welsh, and I love the Welsh. They're beautiful people, aren't they? God bless the Welsh, eh? And what's interesting about the Welsh is it said they have an accent. I don't think they do. I think they have an attitude, with all due respect. Every time a Welsh bloke opens his mouth, he sounds as though he's dying of some inner fucking hurt and torment that he hasn't figured out yet. Whatever it is, even on his wedding day, the happiest day of his life, he sounds pissed off, doesn't he? This is the happiest day of my life. I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you, the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. In Cardiff. Why won't it stop raining now? Next door. There's our cheeky sidekick, Ireland, of course.
You're talking about Spain?
I mean, look at it. We're like a motorbike and sidecar. They go nowhere without us.
That's Spain? Or is that Portugal?
Oh, they've changed the name, painted a different colour, but we're the ones with a fucking engine. You look at it. I'll be the first to admit it's been a bumpy ride with the Irish. It's not always gone according to plan. And even when it has gone according to plan, they haven't liked that either, have they? Leading to long, expensive judicial inquiries. But it's all...
Wait, I know the 4 countries in the UK are Great Britain, Wales, Ireland, and Scotland. Am I missing 4? Am I missing them? Am I missing any more? Because I feel like... I gotta look at the... Man, I can't remember the last time I looked at the world map. I'm not gonna lie to you. But...
There's a lot went wrong. I mean, that potato famine was a terrible fucking business. But you can get crisps for love nor money in this country. That's when we first turned to peanuts in my business. Now... got to keep the punters thirsty somehow. But I love the Irish and I have infinite respect for them, up to a point, because over many years they've done much for us, haven't they? They dug our roads and now they sing for our amusement. It's fantastic. 20 years ago, Westlife would have been digging the M25. There's no doubt about that. I believe I can fly. Yeah, all right. Is it level? Get back to it. They've done well for a bunch of tone-deaf, spud-faced chancers. Next, of course, we have the neighbour from hell, France. I don't know why we don't just grow a great big hedge up the English Channel. Spoil their light, eh? Big noisy party in Kent, chuck some dog shit over the fence, eh? Set fire to a few tyres, eh? That'll be the way to go. France, or the France, as it prefers to call itself. The France. La France. The France, in case we should confuse it with some other France. With this France, or that France, or courageous, reliable, turning up in times of battle France, or... You work your way down, there's the unsolved Rubik's Cube of Europe there. Spain and Portugal, as you can see. Can't get them last 2 bricks. Now... Who's been to Spain? Show of hands, please. Everybody, basically. Reason for this, Battle of Armada, 1588, we defeated the Spanish. As a result, they signed a humiliating treaty allowing our boys and girls to go and fight on their beaches. Of course, we've got to stay match fit somehow. Now, this had the added bonus, if the Spanish try anything, we're poised, ready to invade the following morning once our heads have cleared and we've stopped copulating like eels. I'll tell you what goes on in Spain is filthy, innit, Annie? It's filthy, innit, love? Filthy, innit? Filthy. Say it, love. Yeah, go say filthy like that. Filthy, like that.
Filth.
Filthy, like that. You said like that. Filthy. Like that. Go on, say it. Filthy.
Filthy.
Fantastic. My little Canadian friend, you say filthy now as well. Go on, say filthy. Filthy. Yeah, how about you two look at each other and say filthy?
Hey.
Come on, girls. Come on.
He's really waiting too. He's really waiting.
Come on. You might enjoy it. You never know. It could be the beginning of something very interesting. Come on. Do it!
Listen.
Come on.
Do it!
Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Whew. That's every man's dream, isn't it? The chance to disappoint 2 women at once. Sorry, love, I'm puffed out from the first one. Look at this. And the whole thing with Spain, right, this is a great place to go on holiday because it's extremely hot, right? Yeah, in fact, it's so hot you can't think, innit? You get off the plane, you can't even fucking think your way down at the end of the stairs. You have a couple of beers, you wipe your own memory. It's the perfect place to go and get away from everything because you can't think, you can't remember anything. Fucking brilliant. Yeah? Now, that's fine for us. Going there for 2 weeks, a week, weekend, whatever. Yeah, for the British to get away from it all, going to a country where it's too hot to think. But for the people actually living there, it's caused all sorts of problems. Right? Yeah, the Spanish, I mean, they have that lie down in the afternoon to try and clear their heads and make some decisions in the evening. But it's played havoc with their decision-making process, isn't it? For many centuries, they were convinced the Earth was flat. I mean, for Christ's sake. It's not even level, is it? It's ridiculous. I mean, mountains are the clue, aren't they? Fucking hell. Hey, look around you, Carlos. I mean, they had to be proved wrong by an Italian. That's how low they'd sunk. Then there's that whole business of fighting animals, bullfighting. Now, I have no row with a cow. I want no battle with cattle. It's not personal, is it, the whole thing with a cow? We look.
That's a bar. He said, I don't got a row with a cow, a battle with a cattle. That's a bar. That's a bar. I like that.
Rear a cow, look after it for a couple of years, and it turns itself into the abattoir. But it's not personal, is it? Right? It's a business arrangement. It's not personal. I wouldn't punch a cow in the face. It would be a humiliating thing to do to it on its way to its death. I wouldn't do that. Right? It would be unfair on the cow. It just so happens I'm hungry. He's made of beef. It's not personal, is it? Obviously, I'd punch a squirrel if I could get close enough. Fuck you, you little bastard. Fuck off. Stop leaving nuts in the sandpit in the beer garden. But if I did punch a squirrel, I'd be doing it for myself. Right? Out of curiosity or revenge. I wouldn't be doing it for the amusement of strangers in an arena. I wouldn't put on tights. I wouldn't stick pins in the squirrel first to enrage him. I wouldn't wave a cape the colour squirrels don't like. Just probably a grey-green like a rotten nut. I don't fucking know, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't do it. Normal. Ludwig, what's your animal size punching limit cut off? What's the biggest animal you'd punch, Ludwig? A dog. Yeah, but there's all sorts of... What, are you talking a Great Dane or a terrier? What are we talking?
Great Dane.
You punch a Great Dane.
A Great Dane? Are you serious?
That's the Germans all over it, the Danish. You're not happy with them, each other, are you?
A Great Dane?
Now, the point is...
Oh, we'll kill you.
The point is... Right, I mean, if you chucked a donkey off a church tower in Great Britain... Yes, exactly. Right? If you chucked a donkey off a church tower in Great Britain, right? Yeah, you'd be on a register in about 15 minutes flat, wouldn't you? Big angry crowd of fat women in shell suits protesting at your doorstep. Having brought their kids along without the faintest idea what's going on. That's because this country is normal. Now, you work your way along, there's Italy, and I'd like to point out right now that this is fact. There's no opinion in what's to follow. The basic thing with Italy, right, is they've got no follow-through, have they? You don't see stuff through to its logical. 43, they folded early. Venice, they still haven't called a plumber. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's under them stairs. Do up the stopcock, for Christ's sake. Yeah, in any other country, a flooded city that stank of shit would be regarded as a disaster, wouldn't it? Not some sort of romantic jewel in a crown. I mean, a pizza. What is a pizza? I'll tell you, it's a pasty that some arsehole hasn't shut yet, isn't it? Shut the pasty, Giuseppe! Volcanoes, because they ain't finished. Up here, we have Germany. Now, I respect the Germans, I do. Yeah, because they tried twice, didn't they? 2 cracks of the world title, you'll have to respect that. Swiss, there's of course the plucky Swiss, Switzerland there. I mean, God bless the Swiss. I mean, look at the situation.
2 cracks at the world title. That's a real subtle joke. I like that. Real subtle. Real subtle.
And those people have got themselves into. Hey, look at it, hey? French to the right of them, yeah, Austrians to the left of them, Germans up above, Italians down below. Hey, you'd never sell that flat, would you? You wouldn't be able to shift it, no matter how tidy it was, how much chocolate you left lying around. This Austria, which is made of pastry, that's why it shrunk. You work your way down, you got Yugoslavia. Now, basically, I'll explain it for the MP. Basically, Jane, the people who live in Yugoslavia don't really get on. That's all you need to know. Now, and a while ago, we, the British, bombed it, yeah, because it's very complicated. We bombed it to make it simpler for them. But, can't argue about who lives where when there's no houses left, can you? Hey?
Right. Oh, damn.
No pleasing some people. Down here, Albania, where the albinos live, you've got...
Albinos!
Greece, where they invented the Olympics. Turkey, where they invented Christmas. I know which one I prefer. It comes around every year. There's Bulgaria, Romania, Moldavia, the Womble countries. There's Ukraine, the only country you can get the word urine out of in one go. There's Poland, where everyone's a trained plumber. Lithuania, where they're all electricians. Estonia, where they're all plasterers. And Latvia, where everyone's a carpenter, coming over here doing the jobs we're not prepared to do because we've all got worthless degrees in media studies. There's I mean, look at the size. When you look at the world from this angle, though, look at the size of Russia. Look at the size Oh, just look at the size of Russia. Annie, hop up, measure Russia, love. Come on, put a finger either end of Russia, sweetheart. That's it. Good girl. Your dreams are going to come true. That's it. Good, yeah, did you see exactly? Hold the fingers up. Show everyone exactly how big. Yes, you getting the message yet, sweetheart? There's a fine line between banter and harassment, isn't there? Fucking European court. Now, what is this? I mean, Russia's gigantic, as it goes all the way around to America, yeah? Then you've got the international date line that we set up a while back so middle-aged men from Birmingham can meet and marry ladies from the Philippines. Then we have the Pacific Rim, Andrew. Yeah, I got your number, pal. Japan, of course, Korea, well, of course, the Korean War, that was a terrible business. Basically, we found out they were eating dogs and sent in the RSPCA rifles as quickly as we could. There's some... China, where they put a man into space very recently. Mind you, they didn't use a rocket, they just stood on each other's shoulders and passed him up. Fucking brilliant.
So many people. Oh man, that's so clever. He's so clever. Like, imagine 1 billion people standing like shoulder on shoulder. You probably could reach space at that point.
Hence the leotard shortage 2 years ago. There's some... Mongolia, of course, we're not allowed to call it that anymore. I am fucking social workers. There's some... Same goes for the Black Sea. There's Kazakhstan, of course, where the Kazakhs live. Uzbekistan, where the Uzbekis live. Turkmenistan, where the Turkmenis live. Tajikistan, where the Tajikis live. And Kazakhstan, where they're taking a fucking piss, to be honest. And it goes all the way around to Europe.
I think they tried to say like the word Mong was kind of like a racist term because like I guess like Mongoloid or like Mongol. I mean, like, I don't know why you want to go back and erase history. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they called them. Like what do you mean? Like what do you want me to say? What do you want? Like what?
Yeah, Russia's gigantic, a massive country, endless mineral resources, and a population used to doing exactly as they're told for tuppence. And it's still crap, they can't turn it round. And I think the simple reason for this is they need, and the only way they're going to fix it, they need to get in a proper working alphabet with actual letters that people can read. It's a nonsense. Dingbats, what are they thinking? Down here, of course, Africa. Now, as a man of science, yeah, like Ben here, the doctor, would tell us that all human life originally evolved in Africa. Would you say that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Right.
Well, I can't agree with you, mate. I was in Devon 3 weeks ago. Let me tell you this, natural selection's got some powerlifting to do in Plymouth. No thumbs, tails, it's an outrage. Cornwall is actually Celtic for cousin's wedding. Then we have the Middle East. Careful! In fact, the Middle East is extremely complicated. In fact, it's so complicated that me explaining it here tonight could possibly make it worse.
And did you catch the fact that he was like acting like he was trying to avoid landmines on the ground? That is so crazy. Like, it's wow.
We'll have a punt, why not? Fuck it. The point is, I mean, it's basically all you really need to know, Jane, is the people who live there don't really get on, right? And for my money, they should all pull their heads in. Right? Pull your heads in, fellas. Calm down. Yeah, that's my advice. I'm in the Israelis. I don't like the people at the end of my road, but I haven't bought a tank. Hate them. Of course, once you've bought a tank, you've got to use it, ain't you? That's where all the problems arise. And a while ago, we, the British, very helpfully stepped in to try and sort out the Middle East once and for all. We did. We made an effort, yeah, on our way through to India to get a cuppa. And we...
Right, just to take India.
Sat them all down, back of an envelope, red pen and a ruler, and we drew them some nice new straight borders, yeah, around the naturally occurring oil that we had found that they weren't looking for.
Of course,
we set them up with kings and queens in Arab countries with beautiful Arab names like Syria and Iraq and Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I mean, we could have just called them Shell, Esso, BP, Texaco, Wild Bean Cafe, but no.
Sunoco.
Iraq, that's ours now. There's Iran, who's next. There's Afghanistan, work in progress. There's Pakistan, who need to get their house in order. And then, of course, India, or 118 Dia, as I prefer to call it. Basically, the Geordies asked for too much money. What they were... Well, they were going to spend £1 a week, and I can't imagine. Here we have. But India is a land of ancient, mysterious, mystic, ancient mystery. An ancient, mysterious, mystic land locked within an ancient, mysterious, mystic tradition of ancient, mysterious, mystic mystery, wrapped within the mysteries of ancient mysticism. With 4 billion people that we used to run with 2 blokes and a bike. How we got away with that, I can't imagine. That's the actual mystery. Yeah, you work your way around, there's the dangling genitals of Southeast Asia, as you can see. You can see that there. Anna, can you see that?
That Tasmania, Indonesia.
There's Vietnam, the left bollock, Cambodia, the right bollock, Malaysia, the bell end, Singapore, the Jap's eye. There's Christmas Island, where it is Christmas every day. Someone should tell Wizard and they can fucking knock it off. There's Indonesia, Papua's got a brand new Guinea. There's Australia, or Wilkinson Land, as I prefer to call it. Here we have New Zealand, yeah, New Zealand. Yeah, of course, land of ancient hobbits and orcs. Hey, yeah, you like the hobbits, don't you, Andrew? They're about the right height, aren't they, pal? You have definitely thought about it. It's all you can think about. You're obsessed, mate. That's all you can think about all the time. You can't get it out of your head. Now, up here, of course, we have Hawaii, where Pearl Harbor is, as everyone knows. As everyone knows, where the Americans were taken completely by surprise 2 years into a global war.
When you put it in perspective like that, that makes a lot of sense.
You're amateurs, mate. Now, Tropic of Cancer, they should change that. It's tasteless.
Right.
It's upsetting for the relatives. There's Easter Island, of course, where there's lots of chocolate. The Galapagos, where we invented evolution. Down here, the South Pole. Now, everyone knows that the British were actually second to the South Pole. That's a fact. I'm not afraid of admitting that. But because we got there second, we were able to verify that the other bloke got there first. Which means, strictly speaking, we're the umpire on that one. Therefore, it's our game, our rules, we win. Can't argue that. Can't argue that.
I like that. That was nice.
Falkland Islands, 1982, no help from no one else, eh? Fantastic. And that wasn't a war for oil either. That was a war for penguins, which, of course, are an essential ingredient in fantastic. And that wasn't a war for Falkland Islands, 1980.
Oh, the Falkland Islands, like the Falkland Island. Like there was a war over the Falkland Islands. I remember that.
No help from no one else, eh? Fantastic. And that wasn't a war for oil either. That was a war for penguins, which, of course, are an essential ingredient in making Guinness. You boil them up, the white stuff floats to the top. There's treacherous Argentina, Chile, which is stringy. Up here we have Peru. Has anyone here been to Peru?
Stringy.
Anyone at all? Yeah, a couple of people been to Peru. Yeah, the lady there, what's your name, love? Laura. Posh. Now, you went, what was Peru like, love? Beautiful. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm never going there, sweetheart. And I urge none of you to go there, and I urge none of you to have anything to do with Peru, right? Because that country might be beautiful, love, but it's bang out of order. I'm no bleeding art, you've detected that by now, but the way they treat their bears is a fucking outrage.
The bears?
The way they take a bear and he's not even fully grown, they give him a suitcase and a scruffy old hat and a scruffy old coat. They give him his travel documents, a note, please look after this bear, not even say what his fucking name is. Send him off on his way, eh? It's an outrage. Coming over here eating our marmalade sandwiches. There's that. There's Colombia, where excitement's from. There's Venezuela,
I like he's super slick with the jokes. He's super slick. He's super slick with the jokes. I like
City, Caracas. Grow up. Panama, one canal. I'm not impressed. We got thousands, don't we? And ours all lead to Great Britain, don't they? Not the arse end of fucking nowhere. There's the cricketing area, not what it was. There's Mexico, capital city, Mexico City. Make an effort!
Right, so simple.
And of course, the United States of America, which is basically, the best way of looking at it really, is that it's a good idea that's got out of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost the plot, these people. Look, you can't call a town Tampa, it's going to confuse the ladies. I mean, they got off to a good start. New England, you can see what they're trying to do there. I mean, you've got Norfolk, Durham, Richmond, Birmingham, Newark, Hertford, Manchester. They're starting to run out of sensible names, aren't they? Banger, Welsh name alert, they're in the shit. I mean, they go mad. Chattanooga, Tennessee, Albuquerque. It's not, we're
Albuquerque.
not playing fucking Scrabble, fellas.
Albuquerque. That's a
Up
fucking...
here, of course, is Canada. Now, these people in this part of Canada are absolutely... This is priceless. These people in this part of Canada are absolutely convinced that they're French. That's not the case. They're just living somewhere shit and it's a reflex action.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Baffin Island without a baffin on it. Greenland, which is white. Iceland, which is a volcano. The Faroe Islands, nowhere near Egypt. I'm not responsible for the names. And back here, of course, is Great Britain, because that's one of the most beautiful things about the world being round the way the British God made it for us. Because God is British, that's why we don't have earthquakes in this country. You don't shit on your own doorstep. The most beautiful thing about the world being round is whichever way you go, you'll always end up back here in Great Britain, here in Her Majesty's London, on a Sunday night, drinking the Bloomsbury Theatre with people like you. Yeah?
That was really clever. I like that. I like a lot of the I actually got a good amount of the references he made, which was good, because I didn't want to just see her being like, but that Colombia, Colombia, where all the excitement is. He's like, Spanish. He's like, you guys I wouldn't punch a squirrel. I wouldn't punch a squirrel and put spurs in him to make him mad and give him a color that he didn't like and fight him and run around. But thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support you guys give the channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed that, subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Check out my gaming channel. I just dropped a Roller Coaster Tycoon video. Check out my true crime channel. I just dropped a video on that like 2 days ago. Check out my Patreon. I got a lot of cool stuff I can't put on YouTube. Join my Discord, even though I really don't be doing nothing in my Discord, but join my Discord anyway. But please be safe, stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.